Yeah. Going on,
All
everybody?
right.
Five Reasons Sports Post Game Show, aka the Post Up. Um, I'm your host, Roy A. Shepard, and I'm joined by a very great group of guys. We got my man Simba, Ariel, Gad, Jonathan Ramakan, and my man Ricky J. Mark with me today. So the Heat dropped a game 125-122 to the Portland Trail Blazers on the day of the trade deadline. Listen, I honestly believe that if you're going to take anything from a loss, this would be a loss to take something from because this was absolutely the guttiest performance of the season from a lot of these guys. Like you're down Jimmy Butler. You're on a day where you lose. It's an emotional day for a lot of people, but I think for a lot of guys, you saw like the weight of the trade deadline being lifted off of their shoulders by the way that they played. So we want to thank you for not starting us off poetic lifestyle. Want to thank you for the 9.99. Don't know. He said, "What a game! Damn, I'm really excited for this team. Even though we lost, we played a hell of a game. I guess Victor O'Trey got non-hero motivated to not lose any minutes." That's true because somebody's gonna lose some minutes when he come back, and my guess was none. But that boy played one hell of a game. But I'm not gonna talk as much. I'm gonna throw this around to some of the people. Simba, I'll start with you, man. What were your takeaways from the game?
Takeaways from the game. Everybody stepped up tonight. A night that without Jimmy Butler, it could have been a really ugly loss. But it was competitive. It was fun to watch. It was fun to see people like Bam stepping up. Right, like he had some beautiful finishes at the end of that fourth quarter. Hero was, finally making some shots. None, like we said, looked good. But like. No, but for real, man. Everybody looked good. So it was a fun night. I wish they could do it when Jimmy's here. I don't understand. I think that there's a like over reliance on waiting for Jimmy to do things. But it was good to see people step up and like everybody's like we started saying, a weight has been lifted off their shoulders. And I think you can see it right off the bat.
Yeah, I think the primary person I was thinking about is Tyler Hero. He played phenomenal tonight, bro. Like he was amazing tonight. I usually rag on him for several things, but tonight is a night he didn't give me much to talk bad about. Gad, how did you feel about the game tonight?
I was happy. Like, wanted to see. Is my Wi-Fi acting up again?
Obviously,
Yes.
your face isn't moving, but we can hear you
It
just fine.
literally was so perfect the entire last few hours. That's crazy. So, anyways, I was happy with the game. Like, none played well. Hero played well. Bam was the best player on the floor in a game with Damian Lillard involved. So that's pretty crazy. I was really happy with the way the game played out. Like, it was good. We lost, but I think everybody kind of expected us to lose. So, good to see these guys kind of play freely once again, and hopefully it translates to when Jimmy and Vic and Goran and Bielitsa and LaMarcus are all on the floor.
Yeah, so you said something like I think Adam pointed it out on his timeline where he said like, yeah, people expected this team to come out, and this is a game that they could have threw in. Like they could have just threw the towel in and just took that ass kicking, and then waited for the reinforcements to get here. But they played their hearts out. Ramla Khan, where were you on tonight's game, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty high on tonight's game, right? You saw the aggressiveness out of Bam that you want to see, right? He was taking that mid-range jumper. I mean, given Portland's not a very good defensive team, but he was taking advantage of it, right? And at the end of the game, he was looking to make plays to win the game. If Trevor Ariza doesn't foul Damian Lillard, that's a game-tying shot by Bam, right? And that's a pretty difficult shot, too, that up under the rim that he made. So I liked what I saw from Bam. Like Gad was saying, like, these guys were fighting for minutes, right? So, between Nunn and Tyler and even Gabe Vincent, who had some incredible passes that game, I felt like all three of these guys delivered pretty well. Max Strus even had a decent game. Trevor Ariza did better this game, outside of the foul he had. Still a better game than the entire career of Mo Harkless on the Miami Heat. So overall, I liked what I saw. There was a lot of hope. Tyler Hero played free. Duncan played free. We hit a bunch of threes. 122. What is it? 122 in a loss without Jimmy and Goran. Like that's not a point amount we would normally score. So I think this team got a little bit of motivation, and I'm excited to see what happens when we have all these guys coming in too.
I think a lot of that had to deal with the way that we were shooting from the floor. We shot really well. Like I know everybody's bragging on Duncan for the way he played defensively, but the man shot 4 of 6. I mean, you got to be happy with that. I think Tyler was close to 50% from the floor. Bam only missed 3 shots. I'm gonna go to Ariel here. Ariel, where were you on tonight's game, bro?
A lot of the same of what everybody's saying. I've got a lot of the same opinions, to be honest with you. I thought it was a really well-played game. I was very encouraged by the way that the Heat's guys stepped up. This is a game that we've seen them lose over and over and over again this season. So it was encouraging. We talked a little bit about right after the deadline on today's show that like maybe the confidence level might be affected due to Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn, all these dudes' names being included in all kinds of trades all season long. Ethan Skolnick has reported that that's something that has affected Tyler over the course of the season, and it's kind of a little bit jarring to see like right off the bat in the first game, the day of the trade deadline, after the deadline passes, all of a sudden he's got a bounce in his step. He's aggressive. He's coming off screens looking to score. He's not running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So I thought that was really encouraging. Bam was an absolute monster. I love that this isn't something that happens frequently enough, but against the drop coverage that the Blazers were employing, especially when Enes Kanter is in the game, because you can't switch much with him. He's not going to step up off the screen. He's going to drop into the paint every time. Bam's facing up at the basket and looking to take the jumper, and when he does that and he's looking to score, it's a whole other ball game for the Heat's offense. You saw it pay off tonight, and it was very encouraging. I'm my one thing, and I don't really want to harp on this, but I'm going to, is right at the end of the game, I feel like if you're not going to call a foul on Derrick Jones Jr. on the Bam game-tying layup, I'm sorry. You can't make that call on the Damian Lillard three-pointer, because there's equal amounts of contact on both of them. They were both minimal, and both should have been fouls, in my opinion.
That's fair. So we want to thank Jeff King for the $5 dono. He said $5 for 5 in a row. Let's go with the new Heat team coming in. Look, I don't want to ignore the fact that Miami has dropped its 5th straight game. Like, that is something that was concerned. We are under 500 again. But again, like, I'm not gonna let y'all rain on my parade today, bro. Like, I'm not.
Reinforcements are coming.
Listen, simple. They already know what time it is. The boy feeling good today, man. Y'all,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm feeling great today, so we will not, like, I'm sorry if you came on here for negativity. Like, yeah, we're going to talk about some of the things that he could have done better, but, I mean, you ain't getting too much negativity from me. My man, Ricky, where were you today, bro?
So, this game reminded me a lot of this one regular season game in which, ironically enough, the Heat were playing against Carmelo Anthony. This was back during the 2012-2013 season. The Knicks came to Miami to play, and the entire Big Three was missing. So it was basically Mike Miller and a bunch of shooters. Miami was shooting lights out the whole game, but at the end of the day, the better team in terms of who was on the other side from one another found a way to win. These things happen. Could Miami have won this game? Yes. The same way Miami beat Atlanta early in the 2011-2012 season when they went to like triple overtime. Bosh had 37. Y'all remember those games. Y'all are better, Heat fans than me, apparently. But look, this was a night that came where a lot of the guys that are going to see their minutes go down considerably showed out. They didn't have any. They played a lot looser, and as a result, the Heat were able to put themselves. They were able to give themselves a chance in this game. Now, ultimately, we did see some things about the current makeup of this Heat team before the reinforcements are coming that in many ways are kind of like a microcosm of the season. These role players had to do just this just to be close enough to the Trailblazers. They could have won the game, but more often than not, they ended up losing, and that's what happened. Thankfully, we've got help on the way. Tyler Hero presumably is going to have a pretty good second half of the season now that he's no longer in trade rumors and now that his role is going to start making a little bit more sense. And I'm optimistic because we've got some good guys coming in. I saw Bam with a pretty solid stat line of 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists with 5 blocks. There were certain stretches in the fourth where I was wondering when he was going to take over, but I'm glad to see that he did finally assert himself late. And to kind of piggyback on what Ariel said, as someone who actually used to referee basketball games in college, I believe that you should have called both fouls because there was contact and it could have significantly altered the shot of each player. So,
it's like what your opinion on Call More. I didn't know that about you.
What happened?
I'm saying I didn't know your track record on officiating. We should just make you how they go to Steve Javie in the finals for calls. You should,
I'm with that. I'm
I
with
think
that.
that's
Whatever.
Every time we got a controversial call, we got our own special guest referee, Ricky J. Mark, for the folks.
I
Thank you,
still got
Showbiz
the
70.
shirt too.
Yeah, you should wear it every post game show. Thank you, Showbiz 77 for the $5 dono. He said, "I love y'all. A lot
Oh,
to
the
like,
Lakers are
but
playing.
lost is on Spo." Mute yourself. Heat
sorry.
up 10 with 6 minutes. Why keep Duncan in and not close with Iggy? Screaming to take Duncan out with the lead, bro. I get it, but whatever. Thank you, Rafael Rodriguez, for the $5 dono. Like, I mean, look. I told y'all, bro. Like, I'm gonna swat the shit out of all negative like vibes in here, bro. You cannot
don't
rain
kill
on
my
my parade.
vibe.
Man.
bad loss.
Yeah, whatever. Kick your ass out too,
Nah, I'm
Toledo.
just
Tell me what your thoughts were on the game, bro.
Look, man. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't paying attention for most of the first half.
Fair.
I wasn't able to, but what I saw from that second half, man, and after checking out the box scores too, like Tyler looked great, Bam looked great, and you just gotta really be happy after today. They were able to make it through today, make some big trades without giving up on their prospects, Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, who really showed out tonight. Just a huge W, man. You kept all your young guys, the whole cupboard.
As I've been saying all season, there's no way that you could trade the depth in the COVID year, bro. It's impossible. You should not do it, bro. And I've been on this train.
Diamond
bro.
hands for the young guys.
I mean, I've been in here. I've been on this train the whole time, and I'm just finally. I'm glad that the front office saw the light. Simba, pick any one of the kids. Talk about what you saw from them.
Let's talk about Tyler. He
Yeah.
freaking looked good today, right? Like, finally out of his own. He had his head out of
We
his
all
own
wanted to trade
ass
him.
today, right? Like, yeah, we all wanted to trade him. He finally looked like a player. Now we know why there was some cereal named after him. Now I know why Chipotle has a Hero Bowl named after him.
Obviously,
Like, the guy looks like a fucking bucket. Finally, no, but he had some good reads. There's obviously we need to give Ricky a nickname. How about Ricky Reference?
I don't like that. Let's keep working on it. But yeah, I'm with I'm with it. I like Ricky's ISOs, bro. Like I like Ricky ISOing. But go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your point, Simba.
Yeah, no, he looked good. I mean, the exciting thing about Tyler is that it looks like there's so much more improvement still available in him. So he's obviously not hitting his ceiling. Like there's some moments where he just takes very ill-advised shots. Like on breaks or like not even waiting for like
Anybody, Simba.
Yeah,
He doesn't wait for anybody.
it doesn't even
He
look
made
like
it today, though. He made it today.
But like he had some good reads. He had a great alley-oop pass to Bam, which Bam looked phenomenal, like stretching out with that alley-oop. But yeah, kudos to Tyler for fucking looking like a basketball player.
Somebody said they missed KO. Whatever. Toledo, I'm gonna treat you like Clash tonight. Isn't the earliest that Victor Oladipo can play is on Monday?
I don't know.
See, bro,
I
you're
have no
used.
clue. I think that
You-
tomorrow
Aldridge.
is a road game, isn't it?
Tomorrow's a road game. I don't know,
In Charlotte, I think.
Yeah.
bro. You know how the day's been, bro. Only thing I've been looking at is
road
Woj, Shams,
No,
Clutch.
today's been like 3 days in one.
Yeah, bro. This is second stream. Oh, this thing gonna end earlier than y'all think because I'm tired. But
Unless the money keeps rolling in.
well, if any money start rolling in, then I'll stay on here as long as they need me to. Ramlakan, pick a player and talk about him.
I'm gonna go with Kendrick Nunn. Because I felt like he did perform really good tonight. He was shooting really well. I was liking the way he was handling the ball. Right. He's just a spark plug off the bench, and I feel like we're all questioning right now what his role should be moving forward. I think we can use him to kind of save Goran for the playoffs, right? Instead of using Goran so much as that scoring pop off the bench, you can use Nunn. You can use him in spot minutes. I think his confidence is going to be a lot higher now, knowing at least he's not going to be traded, right? Until maybe free agency and a sign and trade or something. But at least he knows where he's secure right now. I mean, we saw how free these guys played, right? It wasn't just Hero that played free. It was Gabe Vincent that played free. Duncan played free. So Nunn really epitomized everything that was not hampering them anymore. He didn't have to worry about being stressed. So I feel like Nunn can provide some relief for Goran, and I think he had a great game tonight, outside the line, inside the line, and even at the rim.
I mean, I agree. I think Nunn played really well tonight. I think one of my biggest concerns, though, is that he may be the one getting squeezed out of the rotation when Oladipo comes back, and we'll talk about that a little bit after everybody gets a chance to go. Gad, pick your player, bro, and talk about him.
I kind of wanted to touch on Duncan, It's his defense is he cannot close games. Like keep him away from once the clock hits 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. Just send him to the locker room. Honestly,
Do you like Tyler better on defense than him?
tonight, yeah, because at least Tyler knows just to let the bucket happen. But Duncan was, I'm gonna try to give him 3 points on this possession. It was some bullshit. And honestly,
I'm gonna try to block Derrick Jones Jr. on a dunk.
Like that's ever gonna end well.
Poster put
He was
back
late on
for
the
a
rotation
win.
already. You should just let him have it. You're right. He was so late on that rotation. Like it was.
Oh my god, it was atrocious. And
This comment, Duncan got bricks for feet.
it's true. And
Hey, he's
the
been a
most
better
frustrating
defender than
part
Tyler this
is,
year.
like,
But
he
you know,
got-
you're right. You're right about what he did tonight for sure.
he got
But
laid
they,
up on.
they also attack him like constantly. Like they
But
just
they
look for
attacked
him.
Tyler too.
I feel like do they go after Duncan more than Tyler though?
Tonight they
Oh, yeah.
hunted Duncan more. Tonight they hunted Duncan more though. He was put in every screen action. Like they were hunting him because he was fouling incessantly. He was getting paid per foul tonight.
He found out.
Something-
But yeah, go
Hey,
ahead.
that's the
Finish your
thing
point,
though. It is smart
Oh,
to
go ahead.
hunt him because they give Duncan like no rope with the foul stuff, man. He stays getting the fouls called on him.
Correct.
That is true. That is true. He's one of the
I
Hey,
mean,
most
shout
hated
out to the
players.
commenter who called Bielitsa Big Pizza. I like that one. I like that.
that
Like
boy's
Duncan
name.
at- oh,
That boy's name from now to the end of time is Bajelica. Hold on,
Big Pizza.
Ricky, you can pick up after Gag. If
yeah. Go ahead.
Gag,
Go
finish your
ahead.
point, bro.
I apologize in advance. I guess my Wi-Fi is still trash. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, if you guys can hear me, I think Duncan also, if someone's going to be losing minutes when Victor Oladipo comes in the lineup, I actually think Duncan should be one of the guys that loses a few minutes. Play Nunn a little bit more and experiment more with kind of like 2 quick guard lineups. See if you can get the athleticism up on this team. Because while I appreciate Duncan's spacing, I think he's valuable when Jimmy and Bam are on the floor. When it's just one or the other, I don't really know if it's a necessity, and he's horrible defensively.
I think that's going to be tough to play that quick guard lineup, bro. Like the shooting on the floor would be less than ideal. Like you have who Bill says the only big who can shoot. And
Big
he'd have to
pieces
be
butter sometimes. You saw it.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's a shooter. Thank you, Christian Carter, for the 199. Don't know. He says Duncan stay getting foul calls because he stay fouling.
Like I'm not saying take Duncan's minutes too much, but like keep Nunn in the rotation.
Hey,
Keep everybody fresh.
Yeah, I do believe that. I think what I'm more talking about is the playoff rotation, which one I'm going to get squeezed, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Thank you, AJ Hernandez, for the 499. Don't know. He said, "Can we all
shout out my
agree-"
guy AJ. That's my guy. Shout this haircut right here, courtesy of him.
Oh well, you read that comment there.
Can we all agree that this is the last time we go on a losing streak like this, especially after getting Vic? Yeah,
It better be.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right, or we move.
I really
again.
hope so.
Yeah,
Ricky,
move on.
Ricky, you had a point
Yes,
to
sir.
make, brother.
Yeah, okay, so Nemanja Bjelica, in terms of his career shooting from deep, is close to about 40%. Do I think he's going to be a 45% three-point shooter in
Hell
Miami?
yeah.
No, but 38 is just fine. 38 wouldn't surprise me at all. That's one. Two, is it just me, and this might be the first time I've ever noticed this, but was Miami playing a zone all night? Because it seemed to me that you had guys like Tyler roaming around, and then next thing I know, I see a wide open three that they make. I mean, this
were
is the
definitely
Portland
running zones a
Trailblazers.
lot.
Yeah, and it's like the way you beat a zone, isn't it by making a lot of threes? Why then wasn't there an adjustment? And I know I'm not trying to but could this be why Miami's been giving up threes so many times this season?
They were trying
Part
to
of it-
trap Dame in that fourth quarter, especially
Yeah.
down the stretch, and it was
Exactly.
it was a little bit awkward because guys were trying to it was the second guy who was trying to come at Dame. I feel like his guy was always CJ McCollum, so he was trying not to leave him wide open. So it was an awkward trap, it wasn't a fully committed trap. And Dame, I mean, come on, that's easy money for him. He beats regular traps on the regular.
Yeah, I think it was C.J. McCollum and Carmelo Anthony who were the beneficiaries of them consistently trapping. Somebody put that Bajelica is shooting 29%.
This
it's
season.
fake news.
Yeah, he's shooting 29% this season for Sacramento.
Wasn't
Around
Jay
the
shooting
Yeah,
29%?
I was about to say, what was Jay shooting before the Heat got him?
That's
It
funny.
don't matter. He was a
That's funny.
75% three-point shooter after
That's
we
right.
got him. Ariel, go ahead, brother. Pick a player and talk about him.
I'm trying to decide if I want to be positive or negative because I've got two guys in mind here.
Positive.
Positive. All right, so we'll go with Gabe Vincent. That's less fun though. I thought Gabe Vincent played a pretty good game. I love the way he competed on defense. Like he got after it. With Gabe, I noticed like he does a lot of little things that you wish some other guys on this team would do. Where like I don't know, he'll get a bucket and then he'll sprint back to his man if it's Dame or whoever. Like he gets right back in the play. And I think I don't know this for a fact, but I would imagine that Spo really likes Gabe. So he had 9 assists tonight. I thought he played a pretty good game. The jump shot wasn't falling. He was 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. But I thought most of his shots were good looks, most of them within the flow of the offense. And I've got no complaints about Gabe tonight. Thought he played well. But just to get back to what a couple of you guys are saying, I actually think that Kendrick Nunn gets squeezed. I know he's starting right now, but I think he gets squeezed when Vic gets into the lineup. Spo is not going to, in my opinion, just drop Kendrick Nunn back to the bench and move it right along.
Who gets squeezed?
Kendrick Nunn. I think Kendrick Nunn gets squeezed. I think Hero and Dragic, when healthy, are firmly entrenched in their bench roles, and Spo likes that combo off the bench. And I think that, I think Kendrick Nunn gets squeezed.
I mean, since you pivoted there, let's pivot. Are you guys all in line? Is Nunn getting squeezed out of this lineup? I know Gas said he wanted to see him try and find something. But Jonathan, I ask you, is Nunn getting squeezed out of the lineup once Victor Oladipo gets here?
I think it's more than likely that it is. Like to your point, right? Duncan is the guy that's going to spread the floor, and now that you have another guy that can kind of cover up for him in Depot, right? If you could run Depot, Duncan, and then Jimmy, Bjelica or LaMarcus Aldridge at the 4, and then Bam, you have enough shooting, you have the sniper in Duncan, and you have enough people to cover up Duncan, right? So it's going to be easier to play him. And Nunn is not that pure spot-up shooter, right? He's not as much, he shoots good, don't get me wrong, 3 of 5 from tonight, but he's not that pure spot-up shooter as an outside threat that you can do a dribble handoff that'll pull the gravity of the offense. So I feel like Duncan is going to be that guy that stays, and like you said, I think Nunn is going to be that guy that's squeezed out. I think Gabe Vincent will probably be a future project from now. I think, he's going to be a guy that probably won't see much time after we get these next couple guys.
So first of all, I think Ricky has found his name. First, can you stop moving the comments so that the folks can see what this is? Rickypedia? Yo, I bangs with it, my guy.
Yeah, that's that gang lifestyle. I noticed something. There was something. Someone in the comments. I'm not saying we need to, put it up on the screen because I'm not sure it deserves to be up there. But I'm pretty sure I saw one of the dumbest comments I've seen since we started doing these streams. The dumbest. I'm happy. Big. No, yeah, I'm happy we traded Avery Bradley. That dude really wasn't trying to play basketball. Fake injury. He had COVID, and one of his children is actually immunocompromised, meaning if they get COVID, it's a wrap for them. Okay, like come on now, don't be dumb, don't be ignorant. All right, it's bad enough Heat fans get a reputation for leaning into emotion and not focusing on reason, but come on now, that's just sad. Oh, one thing that came up. I didn't get to. I wanted to bring something up about Tyler Hero. It wasn't just that he had like 29 points and everything like that. You could see that his, I guess, swag, if you want to call it, was coming back a little bit. To the extent that I noticed some stuff that you probably wouldn't have picked up right away unless you noticed it, unless you really were paying attention. It got to the point where Tyler Hero, the same guy that was ready to fight Michael Carter-Williams in preseason last season, was actually chirping at Dame Lillard when he was at the line with about a second left in the game. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Dame was mouthing at somebody. He was like, I don't give a what time it is. Tyler Hero was standing right there. Tyler was the one chirping at him. If Tyler Hero indeed has his confidence back, look out for anybody else's second unit because it's pretty much done after that.
So you see the guy HM. Somebody told me to scream your name, Ricky, like the boys from Boys in the Hood. They're like, Ricky!
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, that and somebody else called you the Rictionary. I kind of like that too, but I like Rickypedia more. Gad, you know your boy up here, so you get to talk.
All right, so I'm talking from my iPhone now, so excuse me if you guys can't hear me too well. But, HM, I hope you're having a good night. Hard for me to say anything negative about the Heat with what they pulled off today. This team is going to be very deep, especially if they add LA. So it looks like LaMarcus Aldridge is going to happen. I'm excited about that because you saw what Precious minutes tonight at the 5. it's really not pretty. So you need a guy that can just be an NBA caliber kind of productive player in there. So yeah, I mean, this team's going to be deep as hell. You have an embarrassment of riches at the guard position. They may not be the most consistent players, but you have a lot of really good players that you can play at guard. And you have Bam maybe sort of finding his way now a little bit. Been playing a little bit better as of late. Obviously, 29, 9, 7, and 5 tonight. He was the best player on the floor. So yeah, I mean, I'm not too excited about, not too sad about tonight's game. Like, we lost. We probably should have won this game. It reminded me of Philly earlier in the year. Damn, come on, guys. My internet's bad, but I'm doing my best here. I really am. Cricket Wireless?
I miss Metro so badly.
I'm telling you, $40 a month, unlimited, everything. Come on, man. That was the best time of my life, bro.
Yo, we gotta get some fucking donos so I can buy minutes so I can get the.
We got a cricket phone over there. But yeah,
it's the angle for me, really.
So I want to get to two more things because this is a back-to-back for us too. We've had a long day, so like I said, I'm going to end this like pretty quickly. I'm curious to know who you guys think will be the starting five. Not like when we get all the recruits here. Like, what is the starting five going to look like? Simba, I'll start with you.
Damn, you gotta put me on. All right, I'm gonna say Victor, Duncan, Jimmy, Trevor, Bam.
Ariel?
Same starting five. It's what I've been saying since they got Trevor. Now that they have Victor, I just slot him in for Kendrick Nunn. It's Vic, Jimmy, Bam, Duncan, and Trevor Ariza. It's the most switchable lineup. It's the style that'll fit the way that they want to play best in the playoffs, just as they did last season.
Okay, Ramlakai.
Well, I was going to say the Ariza one probably is going to be most likely for the playoffs, but for the sake of argument, I think you can see Bjelica being inserted in that lineup because it might be like a run and gun starting lineup, right? It's not the lineup that might be closing, but it might be the lineup that'll start. So we give him like 20 minutes and we give him, the Kelly Olynyk treatment where you give him the first couple of minutes in the first quarter and then some from the third, right? So, promised LaMarcus Aldridge a starter spot. We talked about that in pregame. He teased out that, so probably going to be LaMarcus then.
Well, that makes this a trick question then, don't it?
So what's the closing lineup?
It was a trick question from the beginning.
We weren't given the facts.
Oh, y'all didn't see that? Oh, yeah, I saw that from a mile away.
Yeah, it was a trick question from the beginning. So since y'all know the trick question, then Gad, I'll throw you the real question. What's the closing lineup for this team after the trades?
Ooh, I think the closing lineup is what we just mentioned. Kind of like you got Vic. Well, not Duncan, actually. So take Duncan the fuck out of there. He's not closing. He is so far from closing. He is on the end of the bench when it comes to crunch time. He is not getting on the floor. It's probably going to be Vic, Tyler, one of Tyler or Duncan. No, not Tyler or Duncan. I'm tripping out right now. Okay. You got one of Goran and Hero, Depot, Jimmy, Bam, Ariza, or Iguodala. So you have kind of 7 guys that you can throw in there, I think.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the points that Ethan was making. Like during this deadline, the Heat were looking for players who they could trust in the closing moments, and now I think you have a couple of those guys. Thank you. I got Christian Cardis for the $4.99. Don't know. He say Tyler got his confidence back tonight from a long convo with Jimmy and the gluck. Shut up, bro! Why do you keep doing this to me, bro? Why do you keep doing this to me, Christian?
That comment.
God, bro.
I saw that coming. I knew you were gonna go.
I can't believe it. Damn, bro.
I never read ahead. I just kind of read it, and then he always catches me, bro.
Read in HD. It's easier.
You gotta read it backwards.
That's why I gotta read the comment before I start talking. So, Rickypedia, who's closing for this team, bro?
Okay, so I think it'll be some combination at the point of Hero or Goran, then Oladipo at the 2, Butler at the 3, and then some mix of either Iggy, Ariza, or Bjelica at the 4, and then Bam at the 5. The reason I say it might be a combination, it might be either Hero or Goran because both Goran and Oladipo tend to slash. That's what they do. I don't know if Spo will want to have both slashers at the 1 and 2 spots. I think he might try to balance that out with a slasher and a shooter, kind of like what he had with 7-11 during that 2017 run. But I think the team he might start with might actually be Goran, Oladipo, Butler, Bjelica, and Bam. Now, if we do get LaMarcus, replace Bjelica with LaMarcus, and then just stagger the rotations from there.
That's interesting because you took Duncan out of the starting lineup.
I don't think. Goran. They're not starting Goran though.
I don't think they start.
The reason I could see them starting Goran is because I think a lot of times we think when we start someone, we play them between 29 and 35 minutes. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think Goran has reached the point in his career where you might actually give him either the Andrew Bynum or the Luke Longley treatment, where you start Luke Longley, you get him going a little bit, then you sit him for a little bit, let him get his legs back, play him late third, maybe early fourth, and then you go from there. Who you start isn't necessarily who you finish.
No, you treat it like Myers Leonard. You treat it like Myers Leonard did last year. The
older he gets, the harder it is for him to get warmed up. So I figured it might be a little easier to just get him going from there. And plus, we're deep now, so we have options.
Okay, so my dude Abdel, he said, Royal, how much are you gonna miss your boy Chris Silver? I can guarantee you this: I won't shed one fucking tear. So I guess I didn't give you guys the proper due. So I asked you guys the trick question. I asked you the real one now. Ariel, who closes?
Jimmy always closes. Bam always closes. Depot probably always closes. I think Spo will more often than not lean Hero unless he's not playing particularly well, in which case it'll probably be Goran, and then Trevor or Iggy most nights.
Okay. Simba, who's closing?
I think we'll see, obviously, Jimmy, Bam. I'm going to say Oladipo. We might see Goran close, and third, I'm not sure, Trevor or Iggy.
I love that this is hard. I love it.
Yeah, I like this is a difficult question.
Now.
Yeah, right. Robert Khan, did I ask you this question? I asked you the trick question.
You asked me the trick one, I think.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's same thing as Ariel was saying, right? Because that's the most switchable lineup, right? That's a lineup that has diversity. They can score on the outside. I think it's more likely Ariza than Iguodala, just because he can guard the one. We saw him guarding Dame tonight, right? Teams have to respect his shot just a little bit more. So I think it was more likely going to be Ariza. I think that would be a good lineup because they can switch everything. Hero can be the guy they hide, and Hero can also create his own shot. In a time, when the game is slowed down, you need somebody to create a shot. Hero can do that. And if not Hero, obviously Goran. So pretty much the same thing the other guys been saying. I like that lineup.
So the Alex Toledo, since you joined us, we're asking people like with the new recruits coming, who's going to be the closers for this team?
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything Ariel said from the start. I just think, and what you guys were just saying now, they could pretty much have, the luxury of choosing, man. They got so many options now. That was actually a tough question because it's like, we're kind of assuming Depot is going to be a closer. Obviously, if he struggles, that's a different story. But if you have Depot and one of the two switchy wings you have, depending on who's having the better night, I just think it's a luxury of options that they have now. I think, the trades really help them with, you mentioned variety. I think variety on both ends of the floor. And now they can, they've been running a ton of defensive coverages, and now I think you feel better about it, especially on the perimeter. You kind of got another switchy forward. Man, I don't know. I think I actually think it's going to be Andre closing more times than not, just because I think Spo loves Andre so much. But if he's having an off shooting night, and by the way, he's been hitting them pretty nice this year, pretty decent, pretty about league average from three. That's what you want. He's not putting up Derrick Jones Jr. 3-point percentage and no shots at him. But I think it's going to be Andre closing, and a lot of other times it'll be Ariza with Hero and Depot in the backcourt.
All right, so since this is the first night of a back-to-back, like I said, I'm not going to hold everybody long. Let's talk about the next game. We travel to play the Hornets, and I think Simba has given me a new way to start asking this question. So, Simba, about the Hornets, the boy feeling good?
Yeah, man, you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm going to say we're going to win. I'm going to say 118, 112.
The boys put some points up today, and they gave you the big chest. You forgot that they've been struggling to score 100 points.
We got this. We got it.
Yeah, okay. Ramla Khan, the boy feeling good?
Hey, I'm feeling good, man. I feel like we're gonna hit 23s tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah.
They don't got Lamelo, so that's like a big thing for them, right? I think we hit
Yeah.
23s. I think everybody feels good. I feel like we win this game 110-98.
ESPN has been in shambles since LaMelo got hurt. They have nothing to roll now about the NBA.
And LeBron.
Gat,
And
Cricket,
Zion.
Cricket Wireless. The boy feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this game actually. Listen, Charlotte without LaMelo, they're fun to watch, but if we lose 6 straight and it's against Charlotte, I'll probably be in shambles tomorrow night. So I'm hoping we win.
Okay. Ariel,
Is Jimmy
is
gonna
the
play?
boy
Do
feeling?
we think?
What's it? Huh?
Is Jimmy gonna play? Do we know anything about that?
I don't think we know anything yet. We'll find out tomorrow. Y'all will have it on the shoot around tomorrow. Quick plug. Pow. Ariel, the boy feeling
Can I
good?
give a testimony? No, never mind.
Another one. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I think tonight's performance was really encouraging. If they can carry that same kind of momentum, and Tyler, I think for him to have a good game the way he did, I thought Duncan shot well, although he fouled like crazy. But I feel like the kids all had pretty solid games, at least offensively, and so to me. Hopefully they carry that into tomorrow night. I don't know if Jimmy's going to be back, stomach illness. Maybe it's not something that he has to miss a couple games for. And so, yeah, I'm going to go with the Heat W tomorrow night.
My man. Ricky, the boy feeling good?
Yeah, why not? Here's the thing. I think at this point, honestly, I want to know who's going to be available for Miami tomorrow. If Jimmy is in fact available, then yeah, I could see Miami actually winning this game. With that said, however, the Hornets are missing their star player, their LaMelo Ball. However, they still need to work.
Malik Monk is not missing. Malik Monk is playing as far as I know.
Oh, he's playing? Oh, my mistake.
over.
But aside from that, there is still Malik Monk. There's still Gordon Hayward. There's still Scary Terry Rozier. These guys can still give problems because here's the thing. Miami's defenders aren't here yet. And a lot of the things that I would have been worried about a few days ago are still here because those guys aren't here yet. But that said, if Jimmy is playing, I think we have a really good chance of winning tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Alex, the boy feeling good?
Oh, yeah, I'm feeling good. I think they're going to win tomorrow night. I'm terrified of Malik Monk, but I just feel good. Maybe it's because I'm still rolling in the hype train and the fact that the Oladipo agenda worked. And, we're here, baby. We're here. I think the team is feeling good. I was on those Zoom calls, and Duncan was speaking out of confidence, like he knew the shooting was going to come back. So you know what? I'm going to take his word for it. I think they're going to play well tomorrow and win.
Y'all know where I'm at with it, bro. I'm in the same place all the time. The Heat finna blow that shit out, bro. That's what's finna happen, bro. They don't have LaMelo Ball. The Heat are getting back on track. The shooting picked up. I expect it to be sustainable for some people. Maybe not everybody, and I don't expect them to shoot to the level that they shot tonight, but I expect them to be more consistent in making their shots. I think the freedom of having a trade deadline behind them is a big help, and it's a weight lifted off a lot of their shoulders. So I expect them to come out, and I expect them to play well tomorrow, and I expect them to pick up a dub against one of the lesser teams in the league. So
Oladipo trade's still not official, by the way. The Bielitsa one is.
Buy humbug. Time to pay the
I'm gonna
bills.
laugh it gets voided.
Time to pay the bills. We don't normally pay this one no more, but since you made it your name, simple. You can pay Manscaped.
Oh, okay. Manscaped. All right, guys. It's time to shave that fucking bush. All right. Your
Right to the
balls.
point.
Your balls will thank you. All right. You want it to feel good. It's time to get that lawnmower 3.0. It's got a little light to get all those little crevices, all the little dark areas. It's waterproof. You can sing in the shower. It won't cut you while you're messing around in there. And your balls will thank you. Okay. It's not only good for the balls, you can use it on their body, on your butt. All right. And check it out. You want to use the code. What's the code? 5RSN. They'll give you 20% off and free shipping. So, I mean, what are you guys waiting for? It's time to shave those balls.
Yes.
So during this next promotion, please don't say the word balls or any expletives. Ramla Khan, talk about Vertigear for the folks.
Oh, yeah. So we got Vertigear. Of course, you want to head down and click the link below in the description. They have the best chairs. If you notice, We got the red and black. Obviously, I had to go and rep the Heat colors, right? They got all your chairs. It's custom made for you, so you can go ahead. You can put in your weight and your height, and it'll actually find you a custom made chair. It has good support. It's actually able to lean back quite a bit, so your hips don't get tight. If you know, a sedentary lifestyle destroys your back, it destroys your core. That's a lot of reasons why a lot of people have a lot of pain moving down when they work an office job. With Vertigear chairs, it'll help you out with your posture. It'll help you out with your lower back support. So it'll help you long term in your health, as well as give you a stylish chair. Go to Vertigear, click on the link in our description for our affiliate link, and get your Vertigear chair.
Do it for your health.
Yeah, we got a special guest tonight, and so Alex, since you're on our show, you finna pay some bills too. You paying Miami Grill?
Man. I don't know if this is a good idea. Miami
it's a wonderful
Grill.
idea. Don't worry about it.
We might lose a sponsor.
I hope they're not watching. Miami Grill. You might have known them growing up as Miami Subs, but they're Miami Grill, baby, and they're open late, and they got all types of foods for you whenever you got, now that, things are kind of opening back up again. If you happen to be making those decisions, not condoning them, but, if you are making those decisions and going out late at night, guess what's open? Miami Grill. You can go burgers, cheesesteaks, wings, fries. Like, come on. Like, where else are you going to go? McDonald's? And it's not just they're good all day, but I'm just saying, like, as a late night Uber driver, that's what I associate Miami Grill with, because they've been there for me when I need it after not working and, not eating before I leave, which is just a bad idea. And they've really helped me out, man. And shout out to Miami Grill for that. I was so excited when we brought them on as a sponsor. I'm hoping to see if we can get a discount somehow. But other than that, Miami Subs, man, it's a lot better than any other food that you can get late at night. That's for damn sure.
So Alex, Alex is pretty good at paying bills, but I know what question you can ask. Go ahead and ask.
Terrible, but
I'm not gonna ask. But I would say, Alex, do you know who owns which of your favorite artists owns Miami Grill?
Pitbull?
Yeah.
No way.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hold on.
There you go. Bust it out.
It's always in my background, man. Come on, man.
Sir.
Come on. Look at those names at the top. Check that out.
Toledo?
Come on, legends. A bunch of legends
Toledo?
at the top. Lil Jon, Pretty Ricky, Uncle Luke, DJ Khaled, DJ Laz.
Ooh, that's a bump right there, Toledo. Toledo, we ask everybody who do Miami Grill, they get asked the same question: gyro or gyro?
Look, man, I went to a Mediterranean restaurant last month, and they confirmed, this is reporting by me. It's gyro. That's the proper way to do it. I'm gonna give them respect because the food is fantastic. I love gyros. That's another thing you can get at Miami Grill that you can't get at a lot of other places, and that shit is fire.
You from Miami, bro? You know it's gyro. Ricky, you get to pay the primary sponsor, Biscayne Bay Brewing tonight, brother.
Okay, this is kind of awkward because I don't even drink.
Not yet.
I've been through law school. I went to law school, never took a sip. So, Biscayne Bay Brewery. Yeah, they are. Okay, here's the thing. It's very important in this day and age with COVID destroying the economy left and right, to support local and small businesses. And it is very important, especially to hold on and express your solidarity. There are many beer companies out there. You've got those other companies that are huge that pretty much buy up everything. And then you have your local breweries such as Biscayne Bay. Now, me, I don't dabble. I don't partake. But if you're the kind of person that enjoys a good cold one every once in a while, consider supporting a locally funded, locally sourced brewery. And that's Biscayne Bay. They've been a pretty solid supporter and sponsor of us, of this movement, of this network that we're working on. And, go check them out. If you like them, great. If you don't, well, you like them. So there's no don't. Go to www.biscaynebaybrewing.com. Oh, no, I can't even say that. Damn.
Right. Don't worry. We'll give you some time to work on that. But I like the approach that you took, Ricky. Most of us just say, "Hey, go out there and get hammered on Biscayne Bay Brewing." But I like the approach, bro. Something different for the people. So let's do some.
I've tried the beer. It's very, very good. I can confirm that too. Some more reporting.
Alex breaking all types of news. Toledo
That's
bomb.
the wet blanket bomb right there.
So we let Ramadan do a sponsor, so we're gonna let Ariel do walkouts and knockouts. So Ariel, go ahead, brother.
Oh, baby. Walkouts and Knockouts is a UFC pre-fight preview show that my man Jonathan Ramakan and I do. You'll catch us at 4 p.m., generally at 4 p.m. Eastern time on Saturdays before the UFC fights start. Nowadays, you've got an event just about every Saturday night. So this weekend, we've got a massive Jonathan, what number event is it? UFC 260? 60. UFC 260, Francis Ngannou, Stipe Miocic, heavyweight title fight. Slobber knocker. 5 syllables. No, slobber knocker. 4 syllables. It's an insane fight card. That's a massive fight. Francis Ngannou is a destroyer. Stipe Miocic might be the best UFC heavyweight of all time. He's right up there, if not. And that is an insane fight. Bunch of other really great fights. So yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday. 5 Reasons YouTube, walkouts and knockouts. Jonathan Ramakan and I.
And I got one more thing to add to that. Francis Ngannou knocks everybody out really fast. I watched 5 of his fights while I was out taking a shit. That's how fast he's going through his fights. So, yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got. I'm just saying you got a dangerous guy versus like Ariel said, the best heavyweight in the game. So go ahead, Ricky.
So here's the thing about walkouts and knockouts, right? So for those of you that have ever actually seen me in person, I'm 6'2". All right, I'm 6'2" and I'm built like a football player. I'm not exactly the kind of guy you run over. However, when I was in elementary school, I went to Del Prado. I was in the gifted program because apparently I was smart. I used to have a lot of bullies. And the fact that I had a lot of bullies means that a lot of people used to pick on me. I listened to one episode of Walkouts and Knockouts. And I kid you not, I became a judoka. I became a purple belt in Kenpo Karate. And not only that, one finger poke of doom towards the biggest bully in the school. His name was Clarence Jones. From that moment on, not only did bullies stop bothering me because of this show that that these guys are working on, but I went from being like 3 foot tall, sickly, they didn't know how big I was ever going to be, to a strapping stallion like 6'2", beautiful black male. Okay, I don't know if that'll do this. I don't know if that'll happen for you, but it worked wonders for me. Okay, these podcasts, these shows are incredible. They will change your life if you let them.
That's Ken Poe out here, and I'm pretty sure they won't turn very many people into 6'2".
At the very least, they'll just get you. At the very least, they'll just get you really hyped for the night's fight. So you never know.
We got betting picks.
I said what I said.
Get you some money.
Yeah. So, Gad, tell the folks what they can expect on the shoot around.
So we're gonna we do a shoot around every single morning. It's on Twitter. It's on the timeline. Very easy to watch. Very consumable. Just everything you need to know about the Heat, what happened last night, and what's happening pretty much this morning.
Facts.
In 140 seconds or less. And I do have actually my own testimonial. Although I am on the shoot around, I did watch. And I'm 5'9", 185 pounds, but I watched the shoot around, and I am still 5'9", 185 pounds. It didn't do shit for me, but tell me.
That's because you didn't believe.
It told me what was going on the timeline for the Miami Heat, but it was good enough for me. Hopefully it'll be good enough for you guys. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to talk about the trades, pretty much. We're going to break that down and then maybe do a short preview of the Charlotte Hornets game. It's Ariel and I every single morning, probably by 10:30 at the latest 11. And, you know, maybe if you watch it, you'll be 5'9", 185 too, if that's what your heart desires.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, I guess the clutch corner, no fucking idea when the next is going to be.
He said they didn't make any trades. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused by his comment.
He said, yes, bro, shut the fuck up. We trade talk. Deadline is over.
It's more like reacting.
I don't think he knows.
The trades.
He doesn't have Twitter.
Okay, yeah. Well,
but yeah, so Clutch Corner, I have no idea when it's going to be. Our man Clutch worked his ass off today, so I'm not going to bother him. Whenever he wants to do the next one, he'll let me know, and I'll let y'all know. Until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow. So thanks to my guy, Simba. Thanks to Ricky. Thanks to D, Alex Toledo. Thanks to Ariel. Thanks to Jonathan Ramakan. Thanks to Gadiel Cartagena. Thank you guys in the comments for always making this show more fun. Damn, I didn't really pay attention to who was donating, but thank you guys for your donations. Make sure you like, subscribe to this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Thank you, Manny.
Yeah, put the bell notifications on so you know whenever we have things.
Royal, I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
So I think we've done 4 total hours of streaming today as a network. So shout out everybody for watching that. That's like a ton of shit to watch, but I think it actually turned out pretty well. Objectively,
12,000, yeah.
And also,
we had north of 12,000 people watching the trade deadline stream, so we appreciate that.
On a work day, yep.
On a work day, so we really appreciate you guys, and so you guys have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Who got fired?
I'm saying all these people watching the show during work hours. Like they just got fired.
There's gonna be a bunch of people in the damn unemployment office tomorrow. Play the video, Manny.
Stay.